Trigeminal neuralgia is one of the most painful neurologic disorders patients can experience. It is a disorder of cranial nerve V that causes sudden, severe, unilateral facial pain, known as tic douloureux. Cranial nerve V is also known as the trigeminal nerve and is responsible for facial sensation and also helps control muscles used for chewing. Patients describe the pain as sudden, electric, stabbing, burning, or shock-like. It usually affects only one side of the face and can be so severe that patients become fearful of talking, eating, brushing their teeth, or even allowing air to touch their face. You may also hear the term tic douloureux, which refers to the painful facial spasms or twitching that can occur during attacks. In this lecture, we'll walk through the underlying pathology, major risk factors, hallmark symptoms, treatment strategies, surgical interventions, and the nursing care priorities that help patients safely manage this condition. Neuralgia is one of the most painful neurologic disorders patients can experience. The easiest way to think about trigeminal neuralgia is to imagine a damaged electrical wire. Normally, the trigeminal nerve carries sensory signals smoothly across an intact myelin sheath. But when that protective covering becomes damaged or compressed, the nerve begins firing abnormally. One major cause is vascular compression. Over time, a blood vessel can press directly against the trigeminal nerve, creating chronic irritation and demyelination. Another important cause is multiple sclerosis. In MS, the immune system attacks myelin directly, including the myelin surrounding cranial nerve V. Both mechanisms create unstable nerve conduction, which leads to sudden bursts of severe facial pain. This is why even minor stimulation, like chewing, shaving, brushing teeth, or cold breeze, can trigger extreme pain. And remember this key term, tic douloureux. That refers to the severe unilateral facial pain and involuntary facial twitching associated with trigeminal neuralgia. There are two major clinical profiles we think about with trigeminal neuralgia. The typical presentation usually occurs in adults between 50 and 60 years old and is seen more commonly in women. In these patients, the cause is often vascular compression that develops gradually with aging. But the atypical profile is the one nurses and providers need to recognize carefully. If trigeminal neuralgia develops in someone under age 50, that becomes a major red flag for multiple sclerosis. That's because younger patients are less likely to have age-related vascular compression and more likely to have demyelinating disease affecting the trigeminal nerve. So clinically, early-onset trigeminal neuralgia should immediately raise suspicion for underlying MS and may trigger further neurologic workup and imaging. That association is extremely high yield for exams and also very important in real clinical practice. One of the defining characteristics of trigeminal neuralgia is the unpredictable pattern of pain attacks. Patients experience sudden episodes of severe pain called paroxysms. These attacks are often described as stabbing, electric, burning, or shock-like. What makes this disorder especially difficult emotionally is that the attacks come in waves. A patient may have pain-free intervals lasting minutes, hours, or even days, and then suddenly experience another intense episode without warning. Over time, the frequency and intensity of attacks often worsen, especially if the underlying nerve irritation continues untreated. This progressive pattern creates tremendous anxiety because patients begin anticipating the next attack. Many become fearful of eating, speaking, smiling, brushing their teeth, or even going outside in cold air. And remember this important term again, tic douloureux. That refers to these sudden, paroxysmal bursts of severe facial pain associated with trigeminal neuralgia. This slide explains why trigeminal neuralgia becomes so life-altering for patients. The demyelinated trigeminal nerve becomes hypersensitive, meaning normal daily activities can suddenly trigger extreme pain. Environmental triggers may include things like wind, cold air, face washing, brushing teeth, shaving, chewing, or even light touch. These trigger zones are often highly specific areas on the face, where minimal stimulation creates a sudden pain response. Once the nerve is stimulated, the patient experiences a rapid electrical burst of pain. Because the attacks are so severe, patients begin changing their behavior to avoid triggering another episode. Some stop brushing their teeth normally, Others avoid eating on one side of the mouth. Some even avoid talking or touching their face altogether. So the disorder becomes more than pain alone. It begins affecting hygiene, nutrition, hydration, communication, and overall quality of life. That's why nursing care and patient education are such important parts of management.
The first-line treatment for trigeminal neuralgia is usually pharmacologic therapy aimed at stabilizing abnormal nerve firing. Carbamazepine is considered the classic first-line medication and is often highly effective at suppressing pain attacks. Now, this is extremely high yield. Carbamazepine requires close monitoring because it carries a risk of bone marrow suppression. That means patients may develop serious complications like leukopenia, thrombocytopenia, or aplastic anemia, so regular laboratory monitoring is essential. If carbamazepine is ineffective or poorly tolerated, secondary agents such as gabapentin or baclofen may be used. Gabapentin helps reduce neuropathic pain transmission, while baclofen can reduce muscle-related spasm activity. Phenytoin may also be used as an adjunct therapy in more resistant cases. And clinically, one important thing to remember is that these medications are usually suppressing symptoms rather than curing the underlying pathology. If medications fail or side effects become severe, surgical interventions may eventually be considered. When medication therapy no longer adequately controls trigeminal neuralgia, surgical intervention may become necessary. The overall goal of surgery is either to relieve pressure on the nerve or intentionally interrupt the abnormal pain signals being transmitted. One option is microvascular decompression. This procedure physically separates the compressing blood vessel away from the trigeminal nerve root. It addresses the underlying vascular compression directly and is often considered when patients are healthy enough for surgery. Another approach involves lesioning procedures, such as radiofrequency thermal coagulation or gamma knife radiosurgery. These treatments intentionally damage small portions of the nerve, using heat or highly focused radiation in order to reduce pain transmission. A third option is balloon microcompression, where a small balloon briefly compresses the nerve root to disrupt the pain pathway. Now, clinically, an important thing to remember is that many of these procedures may relieve pain very effectively, but some can also produce numbness or altered facial sensation afterward. So patients require careful education about both the benefits and potential complications of intervention. Nursing care in trigeminal neuralgia focuses heavily on trigger prevention and preserving quality of life. Because even minor stimulation can provoke severe pain, environmental and tactile control become extremely important. Patients should avoid very hot or very cold foods because temperature extremes may trigger attacks. Water used for facial hygiene should remain room temperature whenever possible. Soft foods are preferred, and many patients are instructed to chew on the unaffected side of the mouth to minimize stimulation. Facial cleansing should be done gently using soft materials, and painful brushing routines may need temporary modification using mouth rinses or softer oral hygiene approaches. But one of the most overlooked aspects of care is the psychosocial impact. Chronic severe facial pain can lead to anxiety, sleep disturbance, depression, fear of eating, and social isolation. So nursing care is not only about reducing physical triggers, it is also about helping patients regain confidence, preserve nutrition and hygiene, and maintain emotional well-being despite a very painful chronic disorder. After surgical intervention for trigeminal neuralgia, nursing priorities shift toward monitoring for sensory loss and protecting the patient from secondary complications. Frequent neurological assessments are essential. Nurses should closely monitor for any new motor weakness, altered facial sensation, or unexpected neurological deficits following the procedure. One major concern is ocular protection. If corneal sensation is reduced or absent, the patient may not recognize irritation or injury to the eye. This creates a significant risk for corneal abrasion and severe dryness. Patients should be taught never to rub the affected eye, and artificial tears are often administered routinely to maintain moisture and protect the cornea. Mastication safety is also important. Because numbness can impair awareness during chewing, patients should avoid chewing on the affected side until sensation returns to prevent accidental biting or tissue injury. Finally, airway and nutritional status must be monitored carefully. If facial numbness or weakness affects swallowing mechanics, the patient becomes vulnerable to aspiration and inadequate nutrition. So post-operative nursing care is not simply pain monitoring. It is active protection against the complications created by altered facial sensation. This final model brings together the major concepts of trigeminal neuralgia management. At the center is the ultimate goal, preserving the patient's quality of life. Medical management focuses on the pathology itself, suppressing abnormal nerve firing through pharmacologic therapy or physically interrupting the pain pathway with surgery when necessary. Nursing management focuses on the environment surrounding the patient. That includes trigger prevention, emotional support, postoperative safety, nutritional protection, and helping patients regain confidence in daily activities. And this is important to remember clinically. Trigeminal neuralgia may not be life-threatening, but it can become life-altering. The unpredictable attacks, severe pain, and fear of triggering episodes can completely disrupt eating, hygiene, sleep, and social interaction. That is why successful management requires both aggressive clinical treatment and meticulous supportive nursing care working together. Trigeminal neuralgia is a disorder of cranial nerve 5 that causes sudden, severe unilateral facial pain known as tic douloureux. The most common cause is vascular compression. Although younger patients should raise suspicion for multiple sclerosis, pain is triggered by routine activities like chewing, brushing teeth, washing the face, or even cold air exposure. First-line treatment is carbamazepine, but patients require close monitoring for adverse effects, including bone marrow suppression. When medications fail, surgical interventions such as microvascular decompression, radiofrequency lesioning, or gamma knife radiosurgery may be necessary. From a nursing perspective, trigger prevention is critical. Use soft foods, room temperature liquids, gentle facial care, and provide strong psychosocial support. And remember this key clinical concept: the pain may only last seconds, but the fear of triggering the next attack can completely dominate a patient's quality of life.